They say confidence is earned, not given. 1 week ago, Appalachian State walked into Raleigh and left with something they hadn't had all season: belief. But belief can be dangerous because the moment you start believing you've arrived is the moment someone reminds you you haven't. Old Dominion doesn't care what happened last Saturday. They don't care about statement wins or headlines or momentum. They're coming to Boone to take control of the Sun Belt. And if Appalachian State wants to prove the climb is real, it starts here. No more proving we belong. Now, we defend what we've earned. Every chapter writes a legacy. This is the Odyssey. What's going on, chat?
Kidd Brewer Stadium in beautiful Boone, North Carolina. Week 6 of the college football season, and our EA Sports college football coverage continues with what ought to be a great one. It's the Old Dominion Monarchs and the Appalachian State Mountaineers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe working the sidelines. We'll check in with her shortly. And the Monarchs will kick off first, and here we go. Here's the return from inside his 10. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So the App State Mountaineers offense will have the football first. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
He'll pull it down and run. Breaks into the open. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
And the Mountaineers getting set on 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Lewis. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Maybe a crease. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
The Mountaineers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. After the run, now to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a 3rd down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Appalachian State. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They go 83 yards on the drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Old Dominion Monarchs offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him, and I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. To the air, it's Potter. Fires downfield. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Monarchs will call on their punt team. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He wastes no time and comes out to throw it. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the...
Finding some room, and he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And you can't get it all back in one play, but I really like that second down, man. I mean, that's a big positive chunk. You sneak the run in. They weren't thinking about the run. They were thinking pass after that disaster of first down, what it was. So you kind of make this a little bit more manageable, easier play call now on third down.
And the Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
They run the reverse. Makes it past the marker. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And I like it early in the game, set the tone, show you I'll do anything. I'll hand him the football, I'll throw him the football, I'll give him the ball in as many ways as possible. I like the early mindset of this offensive coordinator.
The Mountaineers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking for a gap, it's Lewis. Picked up maybe a yard, it's down at the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. Got it. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive gain for my offense.
And he's in! Touchdown, App State!
And he's in for a second touchdown, man. He knows what to do when he gets down here. He knows how to get in the end zone, and I love when you can run the football as you get closer to that goal line. Be the more physical team, and they're doing just that.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Coming out with it, it's Agnew. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Monarchs send out the offense to go to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Good surge up front, give him 4 out to the 18. And the Monarchs want to crank the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Potter. Under fire. Lets it fly. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. They've put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Looking downfield on first down. They'll run the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
Well, when it comes to screen passes, you're just trying to mix them in different situations, and I like it here. First play of the drive on offense, and you're dropping back to pass. You're letting the pass rush get upfield, seeing if you can just get one into the hands of your back, get some blockers downfield. You don't obviously pick up an explosive play, but you get some good yards on that, and you give the opposing defense now something else to think about. You've got these screens in your back pocket, and you're going to use them.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work?
And the Mountaineers will line it up on 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Sanchez. Touchdown, Appalachian State. And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Old Dominion's offense hopes this drive holds some promise. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Looking to throw, it's Potter. Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few. The Monarchs racing to the line in a hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the Monarchs will punt this one away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Takes the handoff, it's Lewis. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Here comes the heat. Hit as he throws. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
The quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. The run inside. It's Lewis. Knocked down immediately. They tried to surprise him on 3rd and long with the run, and nothing doing. The Mountaineers decide to punt it away. They kick it away on 4th down. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the gun to give to the back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Appalachian State has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Trying to impose their will with the run. Could be an alley. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. The Monarchs in the hurry-up.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the 1st down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
I know it's early in this game, but, man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job. Already built a huge lead. Now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Back to pass, it's Potter. Throws to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. And the Monarchs will punt it away on 4th down. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
He now has 79 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
That's why it's so important to have success on 1st and 2nd down. They're running the ball on 2nd down. You trust your O-line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now, with the positive play, you're setting up 3rd and in.
There's a crease. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, like, we don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hook up there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds just short of the goal line, but man, are they in business now.
All right, defensive ends, you've got to do a better job not getting too far up the field on these pass rush situations. You got to be able to retrace. You can get to the level of the quarterback, then you've got to slow yourself down under control. It's making it way too easy on this QB to know, hey, when these guys get upfield too much and there's a lane, I'm taking off. It's just too easy for me.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Roach. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. To the air, it's Potter. They go to the wide receiver screen. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Monarchs send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Appalachian State comes out onto the field to get the drive started. Gonna run it. It's Roberts. There he goes. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point.
Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Bringing it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Monarchs!
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Oh, it's a reverse. Outstanding work by this defense, reading their keys, staying at home, and knocking him down for a loss.
Well, the offense is trying to go with a trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll get rid of it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They boot it away on 4th down. He gets a block. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looked, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain. And the Monarchs want to move quickly. Tight end now in motion. Gives it on the option. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Down to the 26-yard line and a 1st down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and goal. That's room for the quarterback to run and a lot of receivers for the defense to contend with. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Off play action. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Old Dominion. Middle of the end zone, he's got it.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. He'll bring it out. It's Coleman. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
To the ground. He's got it again. Got enough for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. This time he wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. After making the interception, ran that thing back to the 18-yard line.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
So it's 1st down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. It is good. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We begin with a look at Missouri in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's Missouri sneaking out of here with an upset victory. Gonna have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. That is another solid victory for this team, who now gets to 5-1 on the season. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Now over to your game in Boone. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Kidd Brewer Stadium.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Monarchs send out the offense to go to work. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and really nice job by the defender. Listen, a curl route's hard to defend. It's hard to get in front of that guy because he's curling back to the quarterback, but he did a good job not getting pass interference, getting around his body, and knocking the ball to him.
And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Looking for room, it's Roberts. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. In the red area, it's Roberts. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
And nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
The Mountaineers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. So the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And after getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Touchdown, Mountaineer! Quick strike through the air for the score.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and the score is 35-17. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. On the run from inside. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Oh, and he gets it back. A fortunate turn of events. So Old Dominion's offense hopes this drive holds some promise. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
The Monarchs will hustle to the line.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field.
Turning it on! That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens with this offense now moving forward.
Running inside, it's Roach.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage and getting right.
He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, ODU. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that shows you the importance of the run game and balance on offense. They run the football. Next play, they come back. Safeties, linebackers, bite on the run, opens up the big pass down the field. He catches it, and he glides into the end zone for 6.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Guys, down on the Appalachian sideline, there is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some of the defensive players say, we have got to turn it up right now. We'll see if the offense can answer again or if the defense starts to make a statement. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Solid run on the last play gives this offense another first down. Look out, he's got room. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's James. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Stepping to the right. Fires on the move. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Now facing a third and long. Makes the grab. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, the defense just has not had an answer for this guy working out of the slot so far. Man coverage has been tricky. He's beaten them in zone. You might want to think about bracketing him where you've got a defender on the outside and the inside to see if you can force the quarterback to go somewhere else.
There's some room. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The give on the counter. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He'll be brought down at the 12-yard line. Not enough for the first down. And let's see if they try to convert on 4th.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Tries to get it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. 4th down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Quarterback keep. He makes the tackle at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and they'll have a first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
And the Monarchs come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Potter. Under fire. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Monarchs will try to pin them back with the punt. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. He'll field the punt and take it back. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down.
Breaks into the open. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play, like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On the run, it's Baldwin. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Kick is in the air. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Guys, it's Appalachian State holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Wants to throw. It's Potter. Bringing the heat. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. When you're trying to protect a lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. The play action fake. Here's a hit. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The run inside. It's Roach. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Monarchs will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Guys, down on the Appalachian sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. They'll try to muscle their way forward on third and short from the 29. Crosses the 40. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. on the ground with the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. The short hands. It's James. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. He might want another play. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to get behind the defense. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. The Monarchs headed quickly to the line.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Looking for a big play. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Makes the grab. It's James. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
The Mountaineers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got him downfield. Touchdown, App State! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
And the Monarchs are in the hurry up. Keeps it himself. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's got it and more than enough for a first down. He's running free down the middle. He is in. Touchdown, Monarchs.
You know, there's some plays where you just have to have it if you're going to have a chance to win a game, and that was one right there for the offense, David. Fourth down, and they come up with a massive touchdown, a big-time play to cut into this lead. There's still time left on the clock, but they have a lot of momentum on their side right now.
And how deflating is that for this defense, man? You got them in fourth down. You got the lead. You've got it everything right where you want it. You could almost end the football game, and you give up the big play and momentum back to the other side. That's a terrible play for this defense.
Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Picks up the first down, and he's brought down after a nice gain.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that's two really good plays in a row by this defense. So you've come up big, you've forced a third down. One more big stop. Now I can get him to punt the football, give my offense a chance to go down the field and to score some points.
Hauls it in. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
How much does it help your blocking scheme to have a guy who finds the crease? He gets to the 39. And the Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on?
Snags it, and he's open. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. The Mountaineers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They're going to run it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Back to pass on second down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on third and long. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Mountaineers will try to convert on 4th down. Run in the red zone, it's Baldwin. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Timeout called on defense, 2:05 remaining on the clock, so they're hoping to save a few seconds once we get to the 2-minute mark. Around the corner, it's Baldwin. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight.
Makes the grab. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but...
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Touchdown, Appalachian State. Got it right in the heart of the end zone. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw, it's Potter. Fires to the right. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He unleashed that one. Some serious spin rate, some revolutions on that one.
Want to talk about velocity? How about the arm talent this kid has? I love watching him throw these curl routes. He's in rhythm, he takes his steps, and man, when he decides to pull the trigger, watch out.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. They're working that left side. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. The Monarchs want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
And I absolutely love it.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses that evolve so much, they can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Championships aren't built in one Saturday. They're built one chapter at a time. Today, Appalachian State answered every challenge. The offense found its rhythm, the defense stood tall, and together they protected their home. But this journey has never been about one game, one opponent, or one victory. It's about becoming the program everyone else has to chase. The climb continues, the standard rises, and another chapter has been written. This has been the Odyssey, Chapter 6 complete. And as always, earn every victory. And Odyssey, with that, another chapter is in the books. Thank you for being a part of the Odyssey. And if you enjoyed today's episode, leave a like, subscribe to Merk Jones Gaming, and let me know your player of the game in the comments. Until next time, keep climbing, and remember, earn every victory.